What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Jordan Davis podcast. I am your host, Jordan Davis, and I hope you're having a wonderful day, weekend, day, afternoon, no matter when you're listening to this. I want to hope you're having a great time, and I want to thank you for listening and checking out my podcast. And if you're new, I talk about DC, Marvel, Star Wars, all kind of blockbuster news that you want to get information on. I will be talking about it here on the Jordan Davis podcast. So if you like that kind of thing, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell on the bottom so you know when my videos come out. So now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about the topic at hand on the podcast, which you probably already know from the title. But we're going to be talking about some Star Wars. And that Star Wars topic's going to be, is there a way for Ben Solo to return? Now, I'm going to tell you why the reasons I think he is going to return. And I don't know when it's going to be, but I think it's going to be in the future. And these are the reasons why I think it's going to happen. So, let's get into this. The number one reason I think Ben Solo will return in Star Wars and canon, doesn't matter, big screen, small screen, comics, novel, we're going to get him. And the reason why I think we're going to get him is because he was the most popular and most loved character in all the sequel trilogy. Now, we have Rey. Yes, she's a great character, everyone loved her. You got Finn, you got Poe, of all the characters that we got that everyone likes. And that's good and all. But there is no denying that Ben Solo / Kylo Ren was the best out of them all. And really, if you really look into his character, he was probably the most in-depth, kind of really analyzed character and most written character with anything that you can think of that Star Wars did. I mean, they went deeper than any kind of character that they ever written about, like even Anakin, Han Solo, Leia, Luke, Darth Vader. He was pretty much the most in-depth and most you can get out of a character in the Star Wars universe. And I think that's why a lot of people loved Kylo Ren, not just because, oh, he is cool, he has that cross saber kind of lightsaber, kind of a medieval kind of crusader knight kind of thing going on. But I also believe not the only thing that he's just cool, but it's what's behind the mask and what they kind of went in and how they really built the character of Kylo Ren and Ben Solo. And yeah, his look is going to sell a lot of merchandise. He's going to print a lot of money because that look will just print money and money for years to come, just like Darth Vader, as he prints money years to come. And even the cast and even the people love that character, maybe because it's Adam Driver, because he's just really a fantastic actor, and how he really portrays, how he really gets into the mind of Ben Solo / Kylo Ren. But I think also you have to know that the writing was good, maybe because that was Rian Johnson, like what I talked about last week, how Rian Johnson always thought of Reylo was going to be romantic. You can check it out on my channel, what I say about that. But I think one of the reasons why I believe Ben Solo / Kylo Ren will come back is because he's just too popular, and plus we really don't know where he went. And I'm going to be talking about that, how we can get back him, and why I think the world between worlds will really come to play here. And so I believe one of the reasons why he's going to come back, because he prints money and he's just too valuable of a character and an IP not to show in your future. It's kind of just like Baby Yoda. He got so many people to buy merchandise because of Baby Yoda, and everyone's fans of Baby Yoda because, I mean, he's Baby Yoda. I mean, he's just so cute. He's just so cute, and a lot of people love that character, and just that really like skyrocketed, Mandalorian a lot in the first 2 seasons he was in. And so the same thing with Kylo Ren / Ben Solo. I think you bring him back. I think you're gonna skyrocket your merchandise kind of sales, and it would be great for business. Obviously, Lucasfilms is always in, they love their fans. Don't get me wrong. And I love that they love us, but let's get perfectly clear. They are a business, and business comes first. And I do think Ben Solo, bringing him back, is perfect for business. And so yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why I think why Lucasfilm, Disney, Star Wars is going to bring him back into the canon of Star Wars in the future. In the movies, comics, novel, whatever it is, I think he's going to come back. Now, the second reason why I think he's going to come back, because I think there's still story there with Rey in particular, because of what happened. And the reason why I say that, because at the end of The Rise of Skywalker, I truly don't believe her saying she's a Skywalker. She hasn't really embraced herself. She still has that mask on to me. I've said this many times talking about Rey in the sequel trilogy. She's always wears a mask, and the only time she does not wear a mask, it's with Ben, because she can't wear a mask around him, because they are a dyad. They know each other inside and out. They know each other like the back of their hand. So to really dive into that story about her dealing with her family and her bloodline, about being a Palpatine, I think that makes it even more of a struggle to really dive deep, because she's a Palpatine. She has like 2 times more dark side in her, more than the Skywalkers had to deal with. And I really want to see what would it be like for her to deal with that darkness, because she's with a dyad. Ben and Rey are a dyad in the Force. What happens when you are separated from that dyad? And I believe we get off balance, because I believe if Rey and Ben was connected all the time, they would be balanced. Light and dark to balance each other. So I think there's a story there to be told, and I think this is where the world between worlds come into play here, because I think you can do kind of an arc with both of them going through a journey. Maybe Rey is battling this darkness and trying to figure out how she can conquer it. And you have Ben on the other side. He feels Rey, he feels what she's going through, but he can't get to her. And he's going through this kind of mythical, kind of trippy Force kind of journey through the world between worlds, trying to get to her. And maybe he sees her, but he can't reach out to her until he goes through, trials and a journey and an arc. And now you can make that go into 3 movies, 2, 1 big movie. You can even have it in novels or comic books, if you can't make it into a movie. But I really think that would be very interesting to see, because the sequel trilogy is from Rey's point of view. I think it would be very interesting to see an arc or a trilogy, however you want to do it, through Ben's point of view. I think that would be very interesting because we would really dive deep in, because we already got Kylo Ren. That's obvious. We already got Kylo Ren. But I think we could go into a deep dive into Ben Solo, because we only got, what, about 5 minutes of Ben Solo? Even though it was great, I loved every minute of it, but I think there's still more to dig into the character of Ben Solo. And I think maybe there's like a new darkness coming around that Rey needs to deal with, but she can't, because she is dealing with her own darkness. And maybe she needs help. And the only way she can find that help is that no other Jedi can help her. You know, Yoda, Luke, Leia, Skywalkers, no matter, they can't help her. And maybe she's still maybe she has that spirit of Palpatine growing in her, but the only thing that can help her is her dyad Ben. Her soulmate, however you want to put it. So I think that's an interesting way to do it, because as we all know, the world between worlds is going to be discussed and really played out into the future, especially with the Ahsoka TV series. If you don't know that, it's going to be on Disney Plus. Ahsoka Tano is a Clone Wars character that was put into live action The Mandalorian. She's going to have her own TV show. And rumors are saying that it might be a Rebel sequel. And as we all know from watching Rebels, they introduced World Between Worlds, and Ben and Rey voices was in that episode going through the World Between Worlds. So, I think they are setting up this this kind of storyline very carefully to really get back Star Wars fans, even casual Star Wars fans, to really understand what is going on here and what kind of thing they are going to use in the future Star Wars movies. Because I think that's a great way to bring back Ben Solo and to continue. Because to me, if you don't see someone die, especially in Star Wars, as we saw in The Rise of Skywalker, no one's truly gone. No one is truly gone. So you really have to, put that in the back of your mind. There are many ways to bring back Ben Solo. And personally for me, I don't know about you Star Wars fans, Reylo fans, Ben Solo fans. Any way I can get back Ben Solo, it doesn't matter if it's in the novel, it doesn't matter if it's in a comic book. Heck, I don't even care if you put on Disney Plus. I think that would be, amazing, because you can tell more of a story. You can tell like a limited series, kind of like with WandaVision. What they're doing, you can do that. So that's why I think with the World Between Worlds and everything that's going on, what you can do with it, and the story that can be told from where is Ben, since he did not have a Force Ghost. Why did he not have a Force Ghost? Is he still living? Is he still traveling throughout the Force and the World Between Worlds to really get that Force Ghost? Or is he still able to travel back to the living and to get back to Rey? And maybe be like Rey's trying to find her because of this darkness looming. She feels some kind of darkness, and that the only way that can solve this darkness is Ben. And so I think that is a great way to do it. And so, yeah, the reasons why I think Ben is going to come back. One, he's too popular. He really is. he's too popular to come back, and everyone comes back who was really popular and have mega fans in Star Wars. They usually come back. Number two, as I said, I think it really helps with Rey coming back. You can tell more of her story, dealing with her darkness, and also you can delve deep and switch the point of view to Ben, trying to get back to her and dealing with trials and all of that. And number three, I think it's a great way to introduce World Between Worlds to casual audiences. I think doing it on Disney Plus is a great way to do it first. But to really just expand yourself, go multiverse on it, like they're doing in Marvel and DC. Now I don't know if they would do that in Star Wars. That's not very a Star Wars thing to do. But I think this as a World Between Worlds kind of thing, I think you can really focus on Ben. You can really make him go through trials to really have the audience fall in love with Ben, to really show how much Ben Solo is different from Kylo Ren. And I think that the World Between Worlds is an excellent way, and I think that would be my third reason why I think Ben Solo is going to come back. And I think the story is there. The story is there. I really wouldn't be shocked if we hear some news in the next couple of years of a comic on Ben Solo, on some kind of detail of Ben Solo, to be perfectly honest with you. And yeah, that's really what I think about, you know, the whole Ben Solo, the reason why I personally think he's going to come back. So, I want to know from you, Star Wars fans, Ben Solo fans, Reylo fans, no matter who you are, what kind of fans, what kind of Star Wars fans, I want to know in the comments and below, what are the reasons you think personally why Ben Solo is going to come back, and how do you think they will bring him back? Do you think it's going to be back in comics, novels, Disney Plus series, or actually going to be back on the big screen? So I would love to know from you what you think, how it's going to actually happen. And yeah, that's put in the comments below, and I would love to hear from you. So this is going to be the end of the episode. I want to thank all of you for listening to this podcast. I want to thank you all, from the new listeners to the old listeners to the OG listeners. I want to thank you all, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, so until the next week, I want to thank all of you, and I hope you have an awesome week. Until next time, I'll see you later.